Hi Padel drivers, how you doing? Today we're gonna be talking about something super important. It is one of the differences between pro padel players and amateur padel players like us, and it is also one of the biggest mistakes that I see among tennis players jumping into padel, and one of the biggest mistakes that I see here in the UK. Vamos! By the way, padel drivers, my baby back in stock for those of you that have been asking this month. You can get it in padeldrivers.com. The problem that we're going to be talking about today is the speed, okay? Or how we call it in padel, the tempo. One of the most common mistakes that I see in these tennis players or here in the UK is that they are always playing everything at the same speed, okay? Because it feels very good for them to play fast and it looks like it's the right way to go. However, in padel, we don't do that. It's very interesting that you are able to play with both speeds, okay? To play fast and to play slow. But Gonzalo, why do you have to play slow? What's the benefit of playing slow? Don't worry, my friend, because I'm gonna show you now with the whiteboard. Let's imagine that we are at the back, my opponents are at the net, and all of a sudden they play this volley to the center. And I have to go back all this way to hit from here. If you play fast, basically you are giving them the chance to play to the space and you won't have time to recover your position. So what you can see is that now you have to deal with recovering your position and you play fast. So basically you are helping your opponents to play to your space. However, my friend, if you had played slow, now you would have more time to recover your space and you would be in a much better position. But in what other type of situations should we be playing slow? Well, for example, whenever we want to make a transition. If I'm at the back and I want to take the net, it is very interesting to play slow. Imagine that you want to play a chiquita. If you play slow, again, you have more time to get to your next position. However, if you play fast, you're not going to get there in time and they're going to cuff you off guard. No es cuff you. Catch you. Catch you off guard. Same thing with the lob. The longer it takes for the ball to bounce, the more time you're gonna have to get to a net and put pressure to your opponents. And I'm gonna give you two more examples when it is a good opportunity to play slow. Let's imagine my opponent plays a really good shot and I have to defend. Imagine that it's gonna get really close to the side glass and it's gonna go here really low. It's coming very fast with a lot of spin, all these type of shots. In those type of shots, you don't want to play fast. You don't want to make your life harder. So in those type of shots, like we explained in our Padel Tactics video that we will leave up here, you just want to go really close with short prep and just touch it, okay? And as long as you are able to keep the ball tight to the net, you'll be fine. You don't need to play fast. Other type of situations, when your opponents, you clearly see that they like to play fast, okay? You're gonna see this a lot. Many players, they prefer one rhythm, okay? And the moment you take them away from that rhythm, you will see that they feel really uncomfortable and it's gonna be very easy for you to change the momentum of the game to your advantage. We're gonna jump to the next topic, but I thought about other situations where you should also play slow so that you can be aware of how many situations it's good to play slow. You are at the net, your opponents are at the back, and they play the lob to your side. You're gonna play an overhead, okay? You are far away from the net. If you play fast, and this guy is able to play in front of him, he's gonna play to the space before you get there. However, if you play soft and deep, you're gonna have plenty of time to recover your position and hit a good volley. In this way, you're gonna keep the net. So, again, another advantage from playing slow. And now we're gonna jump with the part of the video that everybody wants to listen. When should I be playing fast? Well, the first situation where you should be playing fast is in the warm-up. Why? Because you want to intimidate your opponent and you want to make sure that he's not able to warm up. So, for example, if I have to feed the ball to Oscar, I'm just gonna feed like that, okay? To make sure that he cannot warm up properly. Now seriously, when is it a good time to play fast? For example, when I'm at the net, my opponent is at the back and I want to surprise him, okay? because he's not going to be used to the new speed. So let's imagine I'm trying to put pressure with my volleys on Oscar, and all of a sudden I'm going to play really fast. Another good opportunity to play fast is on the overheads, because most of the time whenever he lobs me and the lob is good, I'm going to be playing a soft bandeja, like we said, to recover the net, okay? For example, this one is a good lob, I play a bandeja, I recover the net. I don't know what's that. This one, I can go a bit faster, and he's not expecting that shot. It's not a shot to play all the time, but from time to time you change the rhythm, and many times you're going to win the point. A technical tip that I want to give you here is that when I want to play soft the bandeja, usually I'm going to let the ball drop a bit more, because from here it's much easier to push the ball to the back of the court. However, if I want to play faster, usually I wouldn't let the ball drop that much, and I wouldn't be worried about the slice, because if I play flat, it's going to be much quicker. So in this case, I would hit the ball a bit higher and a bit flatter, okay? Something like that. It hit the glass. We have covered the situations where I can play fast at the net, but what happens when I'm at the back? Should I play fast at some point? Well, the answer is yes. When? We said that, for example, if my opponent starts moving me around, it's not very clever to play very fast, because if he hits to the space, I'm not going to have time. But if he hits to the line of my body and it's not a very hard shot, it is very interesting to try to hit a bit faster back to that player or to the other opponent, so that he's forced to block. And now I have generated an easy ball to start the counter attack, okay? But as we said in previous videos, you need a very good technique in order to do this. So if I do it with the racket, it would look like this. The ball is coming to me, okay, to my line of my body, and if I'm able to hit in front of me and I have a good support, this is the perfect moment to try to go a bit faster. Obviously, pros, they are able to do this with the backhand and the forehand, but in your case, what I recommend is that you only do it on your forehand, unless you have a very strong backhand, that it might be the case. But what I see in my students is that normally you do this on the forehand. Two more things that you need to take into account when you are playing fast. First, obviously when you play fast, this is a higher risk. So be cautious when to choose it. And then second, like we said on the other part, when you are facing opponents that you clearly see that they are very comfortable with the slow rhythm, from time to time trying to change it so that they have to play into something different, okay? Always try to move your opponents from their comfort zone. Now that we have mentioned the good things and the bad things of playing slow and fast, the beauty here is to combine it, okay? Your opponent cannot know if all of a sudden you're gonna play fast and he has to block, or if you're gonna play soft and you're gonna approach the net, okay? You always wanna keep that anxiety when they are playing, okay? They have to wait till the last second to see what you're doing. With the same preparation, you have to be able to play fast or slow. A really good example of this is the bajada, okay? Because in this situation, I'm at the back, but the ball, remember, that is above the net, and when the ball is above the net, I'm the one attacking. So here, I can go fast, okay, to try to win the point straight away, or slow to one space or to one angle, and I get to the net. And the last thing that you have to make sure that you do very fast is to hit the like and subscribe button if you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. ¡Vamos!